Welcome, everybody, to LIPSEY'S Aim Higher podcast. I am Rob Eberzino. This is Jason Kloster, and we have Callie Baldwin from Rugged Suppressors.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Hi, Callie.
Hi.
Okay, so you are the first female officially ever on the LIPSEY'S Aim Higher podcast.
You know what? That is an honor.
I just told Lori, our boss, that, and she was okay with it, actually.
Yeah,
I said we can. You actually suggested that she come on for like the first 30 seconds,
yes.
and then you could chime in.
It would make it official for her to be instead of me.
Well, that's exciting. It's a monumental day. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you've got something really new and cool to talk about, so we'll dive into that. You were kind enough to ship us the new Alaskan suppressor. Actually came out kind of late fall, right?
It came out the first week of October.
Yeah, fall. So we got to shoot it. We did a video review. You can check it out on our YouTube channel. So awesome can. We had it on a Ruger SFAR.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
We shot it on 308 ARs, 9mm pistols, a 6.5 PRC rifle.
We loved it. Absolutely loved it. However, you guys apparently have stepped your game up even another notch here, so I'm going to let you take over.
It was kind of a hold my beer moment because we came out with the titanium version. So this is the Alaskan 360 Ti.
Yeah.
And it is shipped with a direct thread mount. And with the direct thread, it is 6.6 ounces. So,
that's ridiculous.
Yes.
So the first two words everyone says when you hand it to them is "holy crap." It really is.
Yes, there's a shock factor that you
you
can visibly see on people's faces.
When you handed it to me, I thought it was a plastic sort of just SHOT Show demo prototype.
I thought it was a hollow tube.
I almost wanted to put on the outside of it just like a sticker that says, "This is not inert." But then that would be like, "Oh, hey, walk off with me." But you know.
Yeah, right. So, tell us a little bit about, kind of the thought process or development of this and kind of the story behind it, I guess.
Well, I mean, we know that some people are really weight conscious when they were, especially with a can so versatile, you can throw it in your pack and go. And I did that. I did just that in Alaska and filmed our video on it.
Yeah, you went to Alaska.
I did.
And a couple people, or was it just you?
I went, and then I met a good dealer of ours out there and some.
And you had a film crew?
And a film crew and industry rep, and then of course my husband tagged along because who doesn't want to go to Alaska?
That's right.
Right.
And he's here now behind the camera.
Yeah, so it's funny. And he's along. He's my camera guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
But no, he was really helpful. But he has a ton of vacation time, so he's like, I'll go.
Yeah,
so
why not?
But I just went by myself technically from Rugged and filmed this video, and we spent 10 days going through the Wasilla, Alaska area, along with like some other places we took day trips to, and it was amazing. And I not only had one of these, I had at least 4 of these in my backpack at all time of the regular Alaskan 360, and it was so easy to walk around with. But we were talking to them, and they were like, sometimes you actually just get dropped off by a helicopter or a seaplane or a bush plane, and all you have is what you have in your pack, and you cannot take a lot more.
Right.
And so we were thinking about it, and we're like, maybe a lighter weight version of this in titanium would really help the people who are real conscientious about weight and what they have on the end of their gun. I mean, some of these manufacturers are making these really lightweight rifles.
Oh, yeah.
And why would you weigh it down? Not that the Alaskan 360s heavy, but there are some heavier cans out there that do a great job at it, but it's just not practical for those people. So we were like, you know what, we're going to do a run of these. It's not as big of a release or as far as numbers wise yet as a regular suppressor we came out with, like the Alaskan 360 we came out and released a ton of them because we wanted to flood the market with everybody to have the opportunity to buy one. This one we were just unsure. We're like, you know what, it's a specialized product, and the response has been amazing because people are like, I cannot believe how light this is. So just like y'all, that's how we kind of came about it, because people really wanted to get moving with those.
So this is virtually identical to the Alaskan 360.
They do the same, they do the same calibers. So it goes up to 338 Lapua for rifles and up to 9mm for subguns and pistols.
So the one major difference, I guess, would be full auto.
Full auto,
Can't do full auto.
You can't do full auto on this one.
Heat.
It's semi-auto because, they heat up pretty fast because it's just the material. So anything with titanium is going to have that restriction. But no barrel length restrictions.
Yeah.
Wow. And so it's a great can.
Wow.
Around the same decibel ratings.
Well, yeah, I asked you before about performance. You said it's virtually identical to the original, I guess.
Yeah, and I love the original. I went and bought the original like from our employee program.
Right.
And I put in my paperwork. 3 weeks later, they said, "Hey, guess what? We're going to have a release." And I was like, "Okay." They're like, "It's the titanium," and I'm still fine with what I did. And I mean, there is a price difference. Is the only thing. One is the regular one's $10.99 MSRP, and this one's $16.99 MSRP.
Well, you're paying for the specialized material and technology.
Exactly.
Really. And I think
you think about it too, Rob. Though people pay, $700-800 for a stock for the rifle to shave 4 or 5 ounces off of a rifle.
Right. Yeah.
And so, if you can now, you're talking about adding only a 6-ounce suppressor to the end of your gun compared to what's pretty common for that weight is around anywhere from 12 to 16 ounces.
Yeah.
That's a huge advantage.
You can't see it in video or, hear it over this podcast, but the weight is shocking.
It basically feels like a 22 suppressor.
It does.
I'm trying to compare it to, let me see your iPhone. It's about the same as
your... that is heavier.
This is heavier?
Yeah, that's heavier. iPhone 14s are heavier. A softball is heavier. A cup of blueberries is heavier. And
well, you've done your
I've done
research.
my research, and like a large apple or tomato is heavier.
Yeah, okay, there's some good viable comparisons there, so. Yeah. That is really cool. What else did you guys bring to the show? And or maybe you could talk about the rest of your line real quick too, of maybe some stuff that you've had out already.
So in the last year we've released, the last 2 years I should say, we've released the Mustang, which is the aluminum 22 LR only can we have, and that one is also ridiculously light because it's aluminum, and it's not a big problem cleaning it. You can't put it in the ultrasonic, but it's double coated baffles, so pretty much in a solution it just will soak right off and slide right off. You little scrub, you're never going to get it factory clean because it's a 22,
right?
But that's just a nasty round, but it's the sound is
nasty round.
It is. That's some dirty.
Have you ever cleaned a 22 suppressor?
Yeah, no, I know it's dirty.
It sucks.
2022 is a dirty boy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, So no, but we
okay.
But we came up with that, and it's really lightweight. It's modular, and it's got a great tone to it. And there's nothing more fun than shooting suppressed on a 22. So we did that. Then we came out with the. So a lot of people who hadn't been to SHOT or missed it last year because of COVID or whatever, hadn't maybe seen that one in person. And then we came out in March of 2022 with the Razer 556. So that's our optimized 556 can, and it does a good job with gas blowback.
Yeah.
And so I really like that one. I put the flash hider end cap on it, and it's awesome. And then we have the regular Alaskan that we came out with, and we still have all our other cans with the Obsidian lines going strong.
Yeah.
That's always been.
That's a hot ticket for you guys.
For the 9 and the 45.
Yep.
So we have that, and then all the other 7.62 cans that some are modular, some are not modular, and it's really funny. I had a dealer come to me and ask me about what's the difference and how would you sell this one versus this one, or the advantages of this one versus this one, and I said everybody has their preferences to what they need and what they're trying to achieve, and I said that's pretty much like a question tree you need to work with for your customers on what are you doing with it? What do you plan to suppress? What are you trying to accomplish? Because there is, that's the great thing about the Rugged line. I feel like they've got a little something for everyone. Or you don't want to be modular, like a lot of law enforcement doesn't want to be modular because it's another piece to lose. So we're like, okay, so Razer 7.62, depending on what platform, Razer 556, or the micro actually is modular, but it can get really short, and they could just kind of keep the rest in a safe. And so that one is, and they want to move around with them. So in tight spaces, so the micro works too for them, and it's just the same thing with some people. They want to really, harness that gas that the 5.56 is notorious for. So we're going to go that route if they're just going to do a dedicated 5.56 can. So it's really kind of interesting how it's like a puzzle to go through with Rugged, but I feel like there's solutions for everybody. So that's kind of where we've been doing a lot to educate people as they're coming through right now.
Do you think this is, back to this real quick, is this kind of a new frontier? I mean, this weight, again, is so impressive. other than the full auto, which honestly, I don't know, Jason. It's not. It's to me, that's not a huge. 99% of America can't even have a full auto.
If a guy's shooting full auto and affording full auto, he can afford a full auto can.
Right.
You can get more than one, right?
Right. Yeah.
No.
He's not the one can do everything kind of guy.
I know that I always shoot full auto, but maybe the rest of people don't. But I just kidding. That's not a practical. I mean, there is a time and a place for it, and you'd like to know. And I think people go, oh, well, if it can handle full auto, it must be real durable. The rest of our stuff is super durable to begin with. So we do have a lot of belt-fed rated cans.
Right.
But some of them, it's just not easy to accomplish. But to answer your question, I think that there is, between like the industry, across the industry, doing like 3D printed cans and this one, that lightweight is going... We're definitely going to as light as way as possible.
I mean, we're seeing that in everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's suppressors, guns,
barrels,
optics, everything.
Yeah, and so I think that's the way, because, I mean, who wants to lug around a lot of weight? No one does. So I think that is something people are going to, but I just really like the idea of it, just giving people the versatility of...
Yeah.
Now, the problem is not knowing you have it in your pack and carrying it around with you, because it's so lightweight, you just can't even tell.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of keep track of it.
Well, there's also the benefit, too, of minimizing point of impact shift.
Yes.
The more weight you hang off the end of that barrel, the more variation you're going to get.
Right.
There's a lot of advantages other than just the ease of carry. It's actually probably going to be better performance for you.
Right. Yeah. And with this being as versatile as in multi-caliber, with it being like that one being on the end of a 9mm, you're not going to be so heavy, like you were saying, like going forward, because it's definitely a smaller firearm than putting it on a rifle. So you kind of, that's where you would be concerned with it. No matter about the mobility, it would balance much better. But to say that, though, the Alaskan 360, the regular one, I took my personal Glock up to Alaska and was using it in the video shoot just because it was one of those things I was like, oh, I'll just take this. And so the original one balances really well. I don't feel like it's front heavy at all. So this one, you could barely tell it's on.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is really impressive. If you can, get over to, you guys are here for, we're almost done with today, but tomorrow, what's your booth number?
It is 14434.
14434. If you're at SHOT Show, you can go take a look at this thing and pick it up. But Callie, really appreciate you coming by.
Thanks.
Serious.
Thanks for having me.
This is really cool. And thank you, Peter, for running camera.
Oh,
By
Lord.
camera, I mean my iPhone. My iPhone, which is heavier than this suppressor right here. So thank you, though. Serious.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of the show.
Thanks, y'all too.
Yep.
Till next time, aim higher.